Ahmed, you and I spoke on MSNBC back in November of 2023. Back then you said, and I quote, "The claim that Israel is attacking Hamas is very silly, very ridiculous. We shouldn't even talk about it." Almost 2 years later, that is still what a lot of the mainstream media are talking about. Even now, we still hear the same excuses, the same lies, the same justifications to keep this genocide going. Where do you see things going from here? What did you make of the Trump quote-unquote peace plan that he put out this week, saying that him and Tony Blair would sit on a peace board to run Gaza?
Well, it's just funny that Donald Trump and Tony Blair are talking about peace plans for the Middle East. Tony Blair is the man who invaded Iraq and participated in killing millions or hundreds of thousands of Iraq peaceful civilian people. And Trump is the one who enabled Israel, who aided and abetted the genocide. The bomb that killed my family was manufactured in the US and partially in the UK. So these people talking about peace plan is just ridiculous and silly. And, part of why we decided to start We Are Not Numbers is because We Are Not Numbers is that defiance, is the Palestinians' defiance against the occupation. It's the Palestinians' defiance against the mainstream media, who have always reduced the Palestinians into statistics and numbers, and also the mainstream media who have always lied about the Palestinians, who have always provided a coverage that lacks context. At that time when you asked me that question about Hamas and Israel, I told you it doesn't worth talking about because, the story of my family is an example of how false that claim is. My family, 21 members of my family, 14 kids included, were sleeping in their home when Israel bombed them. None of them was militant. None of them was fighting Israel. None of them was a threat to Israel. They were sleeping at the heart of Deir al-Balah. All the propaganda and all of the lies of Israel can be refuted by just telling them my story. And that's what we are doing. We're telling the world stories from Gaza. Writers of We Are Not Numbers who are young, whose stories are unfiltered. And that is the best way to defy the mainstream media narrative. That is the best way to defy the narrative of the politicians who think of the Palestinians as less than humans, who have been dehumanizing the Palestinians for the past, not only 2 years, but for the past 77 years. Unfortunately, we, the Palestinian people, have always been dehumanized. Before the 7th of October, after the 7th of October, before the occupation, after the occupation, Arabs and Muslims and Palestinians have always been viewed as these savages, as these terrorists who don't deserve to live. And we are here to tell them, no, we are human beings. Not only human beings, we're amazing, wonderful human beings who have stories. And we have stories to tell.